Welcome to Great Overload. I'm Anthony, and AMD announced the 6700 XT. We've had a great shortage of graphics cards here the last few months, and now AMD has announced the 6700 XT, which will be coming out on March 18th. AMD said that they'll have their own cards as well as AIB partners all launching at the same time. AMD cards from AMD.com and then AIB cards from e-tailers and retailers around the world. The retail price, the suggested e-tail price is $479. I think that's a little much. However, with the current graphics card market, that's where AMD gets to set this at, and I would be surprised if cards even come in at that price. Here, it looks like it's a pretty overall card, competitive. It looks like to be at least it's going to beat the 3060 Ti, and we know Nvidia just released the 3060. I didn't do a video on that. I was kind of disappointed in it as well. I'm kind of disappointed in the price of this card too. However, I think that I'm going to rope in the 3060 here a little bit because I think it's got to be addressed here. We're in a market right now where with cryptocurrency mining and people wanting to game and be able to play their games, that it's almost impossible to get a graphics card for any reasonable price. And while AMD is basically replacing the 5700 XT with this card, it's got 40 compute units. It's got a crazy frequency of 2300 base frequency, 2300 megahertz, and then it goes out to game frequency is 2400, and then boost frequency is 2500. So this card is clocked quite high, and I'm guessing that once you get your hands on it and you can overclock it, you're going to be able to really squeeze out even more performance out of it. I really like to enjoy even playing with one of these. I have a Vega 64 in my computer right now, and it's showing its age. Granted, I run 4K, so I don't know if this is going to be great 4K gaming card, but I believe it's going to be an improvement over the Vega card, especially with the improvements AMD's done to the architecture as well as efficiency. So since it's so hard to get a card, who knows? Maybe I'll take a look at it. I have other stuff to, buy as well. I can't just go out and buy everything as much as I like to. But this card is, I think, setting up AMD for another opportunity to enter the market and hopefully supply the market. You can fit more 6700 chips, XT chips on a wafer from TSMC's. So that way, I hope that they'll be able to go through and release more graphics cards. Now, granted, these will hopefully be at a lower price point and more people want them. But at some point, we have to get enough cards in the market that it'll dry up, or cryptocurrency has to die off, and then gamers have to. I mean, gamers are going to have a high demand. Yeah, AMD and Nvidia are risking having oversupply, but at some point, do you risk oversupply and satisfy more of your customers, or do you risk your customers getting more and more upset? Right, that's going to be the balance they have. Now, this card is also going to have 12 gigabytes of RAM, as well as it's going to have their Infinity, what do they call it? Infinity cache, so 96 megabytes of Infinity cache as well. And it comes with HDMI 2.1 and DisplayPort 1.4. So this is going to be it should be a pretty good 1440p card. And AMD said it's going to be running at about 230 watts here on their website that I'm reading off of. So I'm nothing wrong with that, right? It's a heck of a lot less than my Vega, and if it can outperform my Vega, okay. Haven't been able to even catch up with my library, so playing my older games, this should be able to perform quite well in 4K. And I like to be able to take advantage of some of the HDMI 2.1 stuff as soon as I get my new monitor as well. That's been on order from Eve Spectrum for a while, and if I get that, well, this might be a good option if it's in stock. So that's the big if. And I don't like how expensive it is, but I probably not going to go much over it unless unless there's like a really good cooler that's $10-20 more. I don't want to spend over $500, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. is that I feel like $500 for a graphics card. Maybe I'm stuck in a few years ago when there was supply and there was competition, but the $500 mark is kind of where I'm sitting for a graphics card. If I want to do anything more, I feel like I'm eating into that part of my budget of my computer that I have that I really don't want to spend even more on. Now, maybe my thinking will change in a few years if prices don't come down, but I'm really hoping that over time we take a serious look, and maybe if mining drops off or if there's too many cards in the market, we can really get the prices down here and make them get more competitive over time. And who knows, maybe Intel will release something finally and be able to drop the price. We already see that what the 3060 was 429, or no, 329, and within a few minutes of that release, it was all sold out. I know Newegg has this crazy gamble. Everyone can sign up, but it's not first come first serve. You just gamble, and then hopefully you win one. I signed up for the 3060, didn't get anywhere. I just got an email saying you did not get selected. Okay, fine, but it's ridiculous what's going on right now here now, and hopefully we can get through this because I would like to upgrade a few things here eventually, and I have a lot of other people I talk to, friends that are looking for graphics cards, and they're suffering with some older ones I have. I have some 2 gig cards and 1 gig cards around here that they're using to get by right now, and which I'm more than willing to help them out with that, but they're not at any effect a good gaming card at all. So with that, let me know what your thoughts are about this release from AMD, what you expect are with the results as well when the reviews come out. If you expect this there, give me some thoughts too about the 3060. What you think about that card? If that was a little bit too expensive as well, I would like to see that in the 200 underneath, or at least underneath $300. 270 would be a good starting point, I thought. But with the way they are right now, geez, they're going for a pretty premium. So with that, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for helping Gray Overload and helping this channel grow. I really appreciate it. Until next time, God bless, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.